everybody. This is a very... Oh, nice. Good work. Great. Great.
Thank you so very much.
Wow.
Thank you so very much. I was a little bit insecure that you couldn't get on, so thank you very much for your generosity, allowing this to happen from your profile. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's an honor. But I think we should tell everybody what's happening because on our channel.
Yes. Do you want to tell, or I can tell whatever you like? Excuse me. Well, we invited you, and we are honored by your acceptance to talk to us, to sing to us, to chant to us, to be such an inspiration on a live channel. And it was all supposed to happen from our profile, from our account, Santuário Vale da Rainha. But unfortunately, we have this restriction going on right now. So we talked via WhatsApp, and you accepted to do this from your profile. So we are very grateful for, again, your generosity, your humbleness. You inspire us with service by the example you give on these little things, not just all your life as a whole chanting and singing, but also on these little things, apparently, that can change many, many people right now just for the sight of you, just for hearing your wisdom. So thank you so much. I'm not sure if this is enough, if this explains.
Hello, Patricia. And for us, it's such an honor because, you know, we've been following you on Instagram for a long while now, and it's always so touching, your posts and the love and the cuddling of the animals. I'm such a cuddly person myself, so I just feel like I'm cuddled up to the cow or the pig or what's happening there. And so when we started to have connection, we thought we were coming to Brazil.
Yes.
We hoped to be able to pass by and come and see you, but it wasn't meant to be this year anyway. So,
this year, yes.
This way. So anyway, if anybody's watching this and you don't know about that amazing place and the amazing account, follow them and check them out. It definitely lifts the spirit.
Thank you so much, Deva. Thank you so much, Miten. And it's such an honor for us. And I also want to thank you both for allowing us to use your music, to use your mantras on our videos, because it has happening for a while with your allowance. So thank you very much for this. It really, the work here, we try to touch people's heart, because we believe that the change in the world the way that we want to see it will happen when we change. And your music, your chanting, your devotion, it just inspires this change. So thank you so much for allowing us. Deva Miten, I usually try to, not try, but all the times when I go on these live sessions, we start with a chant, but I think I can pass it on to you if you would give us the honor to start this live session that we have already talked a little bit with chanting something for us. That would be a great honor if it doesn't bother you both.
So anyway, we're going to invoke. You haven't said anything yet.
It's good. It's good I don't speak. It's good we just chant. Okay. This is a universal mantra that is invoking universal peace. And we dedicate this to all the animals and all these beautiful creatures. Namaste.
Namaste, Miten.
Sham no mitra, sham marana, sham no bhave bharyamam, sham na indro brahaspati, sham no vishnu rukrama, Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadasyami Ritam Vadasyami Satyam Vadasyami Tanmam Avatu Tatvaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Will you join us together, chant Om Shanti, chant prayer for universal peace. Chant together.
Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
How beautiful, thank you.
Om Bhurvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayam. Om Bhurvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayam. Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayam.
Join us with the mantra Om together, taking a deep breath with Deva. Deep breath.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's a very nice start. And again, thank you for sharing this with us. We usually, most of us, know your work and the way you have been inspiring calmness, tranquility, love, service, community throughout these decades of service. Your work, but also you people are so special because I really feel that you do what you are. It's not something separated from you. What you chant, what you speak, is something that comes from personal experience. What I'm trying to say, and then I'm going to listen to you about this, Miten and Deva, because I feel this personal experience can help others right now, when we look at the world, when we look at our forests, when we look at master animals, when we look at the pandemic, many times we want to change the world, and not often we think about changing ourselves. And I believe that mantras have this power to connect us to ourselves, to have the courage to go within, to have this lucidity to really see the world as it is and not as we are. So I would like to ask you people to talk about this, how mantras can help us at this moment that is just so challenging for all of us on this planet today, not just humans. How can you, from your personal experience, because again, I really feel that you do what you are or who you are. Thank you so much.
I think the first thing to consider is the fact that mantras are not words. Mantras that we chant, they are not words. They're sacred sound. They're actually refined sound. So and these sound bites were discovered many thousands of years ago. It's in the Vedic scriptures, you know. And so these sounds have created a river of energy that flows from 5,000 years ago to now. And we, as messengers of the news that the river is flowing, that's our part in this. You know, we're not scholars. We can only talk about our feelings and our experiences with the mantras. You know, and so we know they have power. We didn't read it. We know it. And all you guys listening, you there, know also, just like us, the power of mantras. It's not news anymore. We're all learning that the mantras have power. So this is, so that's the first thing, that we have to recognize and accept this, that mantras are, we find sound bites, and then what?
And then what? And then it's like, you know, it's like medicine, you know, it's a tonic, or it's a healing property that is being offered to us, and we can take it or leave it, you know. And the practice is to sing and chant, to use our voice, and to use our voice with these sacred sounds, which most of us don't understand. So it's a very, very direct experience. It doesn't go via the head, you know. There's no concept coming in what we're singing, or no emotion. It's much deeper than an emotional expression. It's a soul language. And for me, that's really, every time I sing, I'm always so amazed to how fast it is, you know. Like now we've just chanted, I don't know, a few minutes, you know, and I feel totally different than I did when we got on the call. And it almost feels like illegal that it could be that fast. You know? that it's okay, you know, that we can go this fast, so deep into the silence, and charge our bodies, and then it becomes a addiction, a beautiful addiction, you know, like something that we want to keep doing.
Yeah.
And also, I just love the connection, because like with the animals, we can sing to the animals. I'm sure that's a very different experience for them than just if we just talk to them. You know, if you sing, like you sing to them so beautifully when you are with them. And I wonder what your experience is with the mantras and the animals. Like, do you see a response? Like, is it obvious? Do you want to tell us something about that?
Yes, I want to tell you something. And you know, when we were starting this call, a person from our team, Maisa, she just reminded me of something. She said, oh, Master Ox Siddhartha, and we call them masters because they teach us love, unconditional love and forgiveness. And anyway, she told me, Master Ox Siddhartha should have been in this call because he is their greatest fan. This Master Ox, when I sing with them, I sing to them and with them. And this particular Master Ox, he sings back. And he loves one of your musics, that is Calma and Tranquilidade. Anyway, every time when I try different mantras and different songs, I think because of the he can relate to that, so he imitates. So I hope you guys can come one day and sing to him and sing with him. So anyway, but it's a side note just about this beautiful being that lives here. But all the others and all of them, they respond exactly to what you guys are talking about, not to the language itself, but to the sound and to the vibration. And not just the vibration of what is being said, let's put it that way. It's not said, I think, the word, but anyway, what comes out of our mouths, but also out of our hearts. They can feel us, and they are very pure, and they receive us with such an innocence that I hope you guys can, again, this year didn't happen, but I hope it will happen, and you can experience this. So thank you very much. We are all fans of you here, of you guys. Thank you.
How many animals do you have? Like how big is your place?
112 master animals rescued. Yes.
Oh.
80 of them are actually 40 are masters horses and 41 master bovines, cows, buffaloes, ox. So it's a lot of work, but they do give back. And they tell their stories, and it's important for us to listen, because if we don't listen, we don't know, and if we don't know, we don't change. So even though that sometimes it's hard, it brings awareness, and this is something that you guys do as well, because you open our hearts. And the way I feel, your music is not entertainment. As you said, one word that really touched me right now about when you were talking, sorry, about being medicine. Your music is medicine. And when we can open our hearts, we can receive this information. Otherwise, it's just invisible. It's just not there. So it's really amazing what you guys do. And I thank you for this.
Shall we, would you guys like to, rather than just talking, because talking is one thing, but if we could actually have a little meditation together with the mantra Om, would you like that?
Yes, that would be awesome, Miten. Yes, thank you.
Nice. After, yeah. Let's just slow everything for a minute. So, wherever you are, take a moment, close your eyes, and see if you can find, the power spot in your room. Your room becomes a temple. When we chant, every room becomes a temple. So you can just enjoy to sit with eyes closed. If you can keep your spine straight, that's good. And we're just moving to a meditation together. There's many of us listening right now, all over the planet. So we can have a moment where we slow down. So there's nothing, just the feeling that the animals feel, just in the moment feeling of life. So we're just closing our eyes and bringing our awareness to our body. Is our shoulders, are our shoulders relaxed? You relax your shoulders. And that's it. And still with the spine straight, with relaxed shoulders. And just if you have your mouth closed, just relax your jaw for a minute. And relax your jaw and your mouth. So you have a moment of relaxation where you can open your mouth and make the sound ah. Just relax. Just relax. And the mantra Om is a seed mantra. And we just we'll chant with Deva the mantra Om, and we breathe in rhythm with Deva. And together we start to become a sense of Sangha, community, communion. So with a deep breath. Okay, now let's breathe with Deva as she starts with a deep breath. Stay with your eyes closed. It's coming home. Just take a deep breath. And remember the values of compassion, forgiveness, and gratitude. These values will carry us through hard times and difficult moments. The mantras are always with you as they are like a friend. Once you have your mantra, you have a friend for life, you have a support. Whenever you want to go on a journey, even if you're in a great space, you can go on a journey with the mantra and deepen the ecstasy. You can always go into your heart with the mantras. They are your friends.
Yeah, it feels like they're taking us to the center of the cyclone, silent center around us. Everything whirls and the world is going crazy, and we can have access to that space, and the mantras open us. When you ask, how do they help us in this time? That's how they help us, that we can access that space which is not ever affected or not ever moved by any of these outside occurrences happening.
Deva, I have one question for you guys. And it's just really wonderful to be guided on meditation. And I hope people can get inspired again about these silent moments within. Because otherwise it's difficult for us to serve and to offer something to the world if we are not finding whatever we want to offer inside of us. So I think it's very important for us to be, again, guided by you and motivated by mantras and by this ancient philosophy to go inside. But I realize not all of us can invoke that power. So I'd like, if it's okay for you guys, to talk a bit about what is the attitude or the heart, how can we chant to invoke? Because when I listen to you, I'm going to put this other way, I feel devotion, I feel connection, I feel respect. Because again, this is not entertainment, and as Miten said, it's just not simple words that we are throwing out of our mouths. So what do you suggest when we are alone, when we want to find this safe harbor within? What is the attitude to chant? Because it's just not about what we say, you know, that's how can we relate to this in our heart, to invoke this that you just are so good at sharing, this devotion, love, again, connection.
You too.
No, we just seen the monkeys here. We have the monkeys right here. For me, you know, when I love music, when it gives me joy, I want to listen to it, and it brings me in the moment, you know, and I want to listen again and again, and I love the sounds, and the sounds open my heart. So that's why we transmit or carry the mantra into the world on the wings of melodies of music. You know, we could also just chant them, which we also do, but maybe that's a little bit further down the line. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's so beautiful to have these melodies that we create and that our friends create that really enhance the mantra and that open our hearts and that we are touched by. So we want to keep singing this melody, we want to hear it, and that makes us sing, that makes us chant along, and that's how the mantras then almost seductively, you know, go within, because we are open. And so for me, you know, what brings us joy brings us into the moment. You know, when we are in a joyful place, then we're in the moment, and that's meditation. And for the music that we try to create, hopefully opens that space where we like to be, where we're attracted to be. So we listen again and again, and maybe it's a practice, maybe. But I think it's not really a practice. I think it's a you know, just making space for it in our lives that we have to do, you know. But we don't have to do it. We don't have to stop what we're doing to listen to the mantras. They can accompany our daily tasks and life and all the things we need to do. We can drive while we're listening, or we can, you know, clean while we're listening, or whatever we need to do. So they can infuse our lives, you know. They can. It doesn't have to be a separate practice. And then they go in, and then they can be on our lips and in our minds whenever we remember. Do you want to say something to that?
No, I think that's a good answer.
A good answer.
Well, Miten, I have here a question. I'm not sure if you were the one who wrote the lyric, or you both, or then you can clarify. There is a music of yours that you talk about a second chance. And sometimes I realize, along with Deva was talking about now, that we tend to separate like our spiritual life and our daily lives as if they were apart. And when we start to sing a mantra when we are doing things, we realize that they go together. And about the second chance, how can we, the inspiration for this, always when I listen to this music, I get this feeling of just being alive right now, seeing all these things that are happening in the world. Just for breathing right now, we are getting a second chance. And I'd like to know the inspiration that you get from, you guys got to write this song anyway, just to share with us this moment of hope, this moment of awareness of, okay, if we are here, we can take action. If we are here, we can be thankful. If we are here, we still have a chance to continue to do things another way. This kind of thing. Can you share a little bit of this?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really know what to say about it. You know, I think some people have, at one point in their lives, we've all had that feeling of, wow, this is a second chance. And I don't know if that is true for everyone, but it came really for me when I look back. I took a chance. I followed my heart at one point, and it was very painful for the people around me, because I wanted to really probably, you know, they wanted me to shut down my heart and stay in a certain place in my life, and I wanted to move on. And it was not easy to leave my friends and family behind, in a way, but in another way, it was a second chance, because without knowing where I was going, I ended up at my Guruji's feet, and I had no idea of that was what happened. And it just happened through a series of events. And when you come to sit at the feet of your guru, it's very interesting, because it's not anything that our societies really understand. They just look at it as if it's some sort of mind control, you know. And so, but for me, it didn't matter what the world thought anymore. I just wanted the truth. I just wanted something that made sense to me. And Rajneesh did. He absolutely did. And not only through his words, but through his meditation, designed to help us Western guys, you know, and all our sexual frustrations and dreams and visions and everything else that we carry with us to the Master. And he gave us the opportunity through the mantras for that second chance. And then it wasn't just me. Many of us were experiencing, wow, I've got a new name. You know, even that is a big deal.
Yes.
You know, you have to go, you know, and you don't have to have a new name. You don't have to. But the point is, how much do you want to? Do you want to come all the way in, or do you just want a little way in? And you know what it's like with the Master. It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. And so I started to, well, first of all, I stopped calling myself a musician. So that was another second chance, because I had a chance of being normal, just being the guy in the kitchen, chopping the carrots, washing the rice, meditating, and that was all I wanted to do. And so the music came later, when I just wanted to say thank you to the Master for that second chance. And that's really where it all came from. And now I kind of come to a point where I realize, you know, every breath is a second chance, because we are in the moment. We're living more consciously now than we ever have, even on humanity also. We're more conscious. But it doesn't mean to say we can save ourselves. It needs a huge amount of kindness, the kind of kindness that you and your people share. That kind of kindness towards everybody, people we don't understand. If we could just feel their kindness towards us, we could share our kindness towards them. But we have to make the first step, you know, because we are the ones that realize there's not much longer if we don't. Mm-hmm. We have to intensely live our second chance. In our groups, we say to people, look, when you've finished here, don't go back to your life, go forward into your life. This is a step forward. it's a second chance, you know. So that's how we.
That's beautiful, Miten. And as I said in the beginning, I think it's just wonderful everything that you do as far as sharing the chants and sharing the music. But you people have so much to share from your personal experience that can also shine light into this world. And we need this right now. So your personal history, when you talk about following our hearts, I think it's so simple to be said, but it's so difficult, and it takes so much courage to say no and goodbye to your family, to your friends, without knowing the future, but knowing in your heart that this is the only journey that matters. So this is truly an inspiration, and I hope it can inspire many, many people to the second chance of just following the heart again, and doing what we need to be doing as far as service goes. Or in other words, what the callings of our hearts tell us to do, not for our sake exclusively, but for the sake of others. Because when you do this, you shared your love, you shared your courage, you shared everything that we are getting from you guys right now, which again can inspire us. So thank you so much. This is just wonderful. Deva Miten, I have one more question for you regarding the way that we look at this word today. I would like you to share with us because every time that I listen to you and now talking to you, I feel your peace. And I feel that you can send this, you can transmit this, you can channel this because you got a hold of this peace inside of you. And we know, everybody knows that we are in the same world, and the world is going through a crisis right now. So what you tell me silently is that even though the world is spinning so fast, there is some hope that is still we can be peaceful. And I would like you to share with us from a personal journey perspective how we can live in this world and still believe in kindness, still follow our hearts, still have music as medicine, not entertainment, not as a distraction, to find devotion, how we go on this pathway, how we go on this journey again, because the world is spinning just way too fast, and yet you are peaceful. What can you tell us? How can we build this strengthful thing to be peaceful, to find tranquility?
I mean, that's where connection comes in, you know. Connection is really, apart from the mantras that give us peace, like we've said, another real big human medicine is connection. And that connection doesn't have to look the same for everyone. It could be a connection to an animal, to a pet, or to trees, or to nature. You know, so much healing is in nature right now. So many people are really, like, you know, forest bathing, that beautiful word, forest bathing. So maybe many people find connection there. And then obviously the human connection, which is challenged right now because we're not allowed to see the friends as we usually can, but we can still connect with them. And the connection to the divine, you know, that connection where we can close our eyes and we feel we are somehow held by a divine force, and we also can see in our lives how it's guided us, and we have been in this divine flow, actually, you know, have been actually taken care of. So somehow to find out, where do I find that connection? What is my strongest connection that nourishes me? You know, is it animals? You know, it can be a bit of both, of course, a bit of all of it. So and that's, you know, for us being here, we, you know, we are kind of in paradise here in Costa Rica. Beautiful nature, and it's you know, there's nobody much here. We're at the beach, so we are in a very blessed position that life has dropped us here last March and said, "This is where you can be if you like." And wow, yes, please, thank you. we can stay here.
What about the people in the
So out of that, yeah, you want to keep going?
No, go on.
So out of that, of being here, we felt, how can we share this abundance of blessings that we feel here? How can we share that the most? So that's why we started online like you are, like connecting in a way that we can. Yeah. And it's like right here, this is where we're sitting right now. A year ago, we started and create a connection that's invisible, but it's totally tangible. And this connection is with thousands of people around the planet who came together today and who are still coming together weekly. And out of that, we created an app, actually an online community platform, where we can go deeper and become more actually a community that actually knows each other, that actually knows each other's stories, so looks out for each other, prays for each other, and cares for each other. These are the things that the blessings of this time that come out of this time, that we are now connected, and that I see that in many communities that now the connection can happen, across the planet. Like our friends in South America, we could only come like every 4 or 5 years. We would come for concerts, and now you guys can join us, and we can join you, all the way. So there are blessings given in this time, and there definitely, and we just need to tune into those, and maybe watch a little less news. It's not going to change anything if we watch it.
One thing that's really important also is, if you are in lockdown, we need to move our bodies. Mm-hmm. And and it's such an easy thing to not bother, but it should, my suggestion is you make a practice of moving your body. You find some music that actually makes you shake. If you can go to our app and you see it, and there's some shaking music.
The news makes you shake too.
The music does too, the news too, But you actually do it, like Deva and I try and do 15 minutes every day. Mm-hmm. And it's a shaking where you relax your knees, so you don't hold energy and you don't block energy in your knees. So you stand with your feet wide enough apart, so you can let the energy move up your legs into your pelvic area, and up into your belly, and up into your shoulders and your arms and your neck and your head, and just enjoy the feeling of. And even if you can't because of some physicality, just do what you can. You can shake inside, but if you shake like that and then chant your mantra, these exercises are what brings some calm and some peace in life. And we can't have human contact like we used to. But all the masters and all the medicines and that we've taken, and we've learned that it's not just about the physical; it's beyond the physical. So now we're having a real experience of what they're doing. Many of us haven't touched another person for years. Yes. And so we can't rely on anything. We just have to it so we can ourselves. So that, and mantras are a doorway into meditation. So that's like Deva says, the experience is we chant the mantras and we're in the moment. And it's not just in the moment. It's a sense of being grateful for the moment. Mm-hmm. It's not just in the moment. It's a sense of, wow, here I am alive, and I'm having another chance, and something is going to happen. Something's happening. While we're alive, something's going to happen. So that's enough to be grateful for. That we just don't know what's coming.
Yes.
And keep the mantra with you. Keep the mantra with you. Keep it as a friend. We have a mantra for animals. Maybe we should chant that. Yes. That's that, and the question, the next question with that is you have to look for your mantra. That's not going to be delivered, in the post or on the email, or it could be, but you can there's plenty of ways you can find mantras now. If you look for on our website or on our app or on Spotify, you'll find many mantras and with the meaning, you know, and then you start to explore what it feels like to chant this sound every day before you go to sleep, say. You know, 21 days before you sleep, you chant with Deva every night, same, all the way for 21 days. And then you start to feel like, wow, life is actually beautiful.
Yes. How beautiful. Well, I'm so grateful for everything that you said and everything you shared. I just would like you to share a little bit of this online gathering from people on our side. I'm sure that people who follow you know about this online gathering that you guys organized. Because I do believe, as you said, for most of us, we haven't touched and even stayed with a person closer as we used to for over 1 year. And these online gatherings have helped many people to connect, to feel they are not alone. So again, I'm sure that people who follow you know about this, but maybe people who follow us do not know. And I would like you guys to share how do they can enroll, join, participate on these gatherings and help you guys also keep going, because I know that you guys are not touring anymore because nobody is. And it's a way for us to appreciate your work to help you keep going. So if you could please share this, I think people would be interested in helping you and also getting helped by you.
Yes, it's a circle of energy. Yeah, it's on our Instagram account. There is in the profile there's a link tree, and it's called Gayatri Sangha app. Gayatri Sangha app, and there's a website which says what it means to what you receive when you sign up. And actually there is a monthly fee, but everybody who doesn't feel they can afford it, you can just reach out and you're just our guest, because we don't want anybody to not be able to be there because of money or something. So everybody is welcome, and it's all in our profile in the
Excellent. I'm going to share this with our people, and I thank you so much for everything that you shared. And I'd like to ask you for a final message or a chant, a music, something that you wish to leave for us. And I'm here just pulsating gratitude and appreciation and respect for your time, for your humbleness, for your service.
Yes. We have a... You know what? I'm gonna just bring you a bit closer.
What are you doing?
Just to hear you better.
Oh, no, I want to see you.
now we have both.
Go lightly on this fragile earth. We are all strangers on this shore. Remember what your life is worth and what it was we came here for. And hidden deep within our hearts, there's a light that shines on everything. On the right and the wrong, on the weak and the strong, on the prayers and the songs that we sing. Go lightly on this precious land. We're part of everything we see. We're the teardrop on the ocean. We're the wind whispering in the trees. cries in holy rage at the deeds and the damage we have done. For how little we care for the life that is there. Go lightly, my native son. Go lightly on this sacred earth. Go lightly on your way. You are among the ones who took a second birth. We are blessed more than words can ever say. Maybe sometimes your heart is broken, but it's nothing that love cannot repair. No, no. And with the gifts that you bring, remember one thing. It's the love for yourself that you share. With the gift that you bring, remember one thing. It's the love for yourself that you share. My native son. Tare ture mama ayo une jana potin kuru soha. Tare ture mama ayo une jana potin kuru soha. Tare ture mama une jana potin kuru soha. Tare ture mama ayu une jana potin kuru soha.
Well, I cannot have enough words to thank you again. I hope one day you can come here and receive our gratitude, the gratitude from Master Animals, the gratitude of this Mother Earth that knows how much you have done to wake people, to awake our hearts to this love that is so needed for all living creatures right now. Thank you so much. You are truly an inspiration.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patricia.
Patricia, please give our love to the animals, please. please cuddle them for
You will
us.
cuddle.
Yes, I will. And one day you will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.